Hello everyone, welcome to Fiaura. Hey zombies, I'm talking, shut up! It didn't work. So this is March of the Living by Machine 22, published by Creaky Corpse. Creaky Corpse. Yeah, Creaky Corpse. That's an interesting name. And this is a brutally honest review of it. Now I have attempted 8 playthroughs of this game. Supposedly, it is an FTL-inspired, I'm quoting from the devs here, not from me, FTL-inspired, roguelike, it's just roguelike, guys. Zombie fiction, to guide a group of survivors to a safe haven. Okay. So, I can't play any of these characters until I do specific quests for each one. So, in order to get Anna, I have to get to the docks in Wellston. In order to get Derek, I have to get Anna's sisters to the dock in Wellston. To unlock Darren, I must find the remains of I must make sure Derek remains with his wife. So basically, you've already spoiled the stories for me by telling me what I have to do to unlock these. Okay. Now, supposedly he's a pistol expert. We'll see. For the past couple of weeks, I've been barricaded up in your home, trying to get hold of your ex-wife, Chloe, over the phone. No one on the other end has ever picked up the phone. This made you worry for her and your son, Tom, over whom she has custody. Even though you and Chloe have parted on the best terms 2 years ago, you still care about them and want to make sure they're safe in the post-apocalyptic nightmare. Storing to me applies as you can realistically carry in your car. You drive over the state border towards their home. Soon enough, your vehicle runs out of fuel and grinds to a halt. Just before you ditch it, though, you hear an interesting broadcast on the radio. Survivors in the secured city of Wellston, far to the east, claim to have a ship which they plan to use to find sanctuary offshore. If you can find Chloe and Tom, maybe you can get there. Start your journey on foot. So, my first quest marker is Chloe's apartment. Okay. This is most of the gameplay. After once in time, you find a small, single-story house off in the distance. You walk towards this, noting the blinds are blocked. Your view inside, and to the front door, it seems to have boarded up. The garage is spilling outside. Closely, you determine that it must have been placed recently. Some infected are shambling nearby, but pay you no attention. Check inside the house. Like a weapon drawn you into the house, quietly scan and search the cupboards for supplies. Unfortunately, it seems to have been cleared out already, and nothing has been found. You creep in the house's front room and are met by 2 sleeping humans. A couple, by your reckoning, they have yet to notice you as they are facing the opposite direction. They're asleep! That doesn't even make any sense. They're asleep. What would it matter? Steal the backpack. They seem swearing profusely on your breath. The owners confirm that your little scuffle just cost you your opportunity to loot. Well, shit. I had to either shoot them or leave. This is it. This is 90... I want to say 60-70% of the gameplay. It's just waiting and total random chance. Otherwise, but it looks like his unfortunate group child must kind of report infected. You carefully examine the scene and find the man who appears to be barely alive and was clearly bitten. The man is clearly trying to talk, but it comes out as a faint growl. Try to talk to him. He has turned already to kill him. Get closer. Grab this, he tells you. This is the man calls it a vaccine experiment. Vaccinational experiment written on it. Deliver it. It's not worth it to inject something that's an experiment. Oh, well, I had a chance to stop at a city. Yeah, the map is randomly generated just, I think, every time. The game is You have to eat. You have to sleep. A large tractor trailer in the road. The driver must have turned over shortly because it's laying outside. You don't see what the trailer is supposed to came, but you can see the door isn't locked. Open the trailer. A pair of infected stumble on the road. Hearing motion from the side, you manage to shut the door before more escape. That just leaves the 2. Now we get into combat. I can wait. Aim at the upper body, which will instantly kill the target, but I take a penalty from fatigue. Or I can just aim. So we're going to try to shoot them. Oh wow, I actually got a hit. I have found combat in this game to be entirely, completely random. Oh look, I found an old shotgun, but I have no shells for it. Reload the pistol. While we're here, let's double down to the town so you guys can see what the town is like. My first 2 experiences to this game ended with depressing, huge amounts of failure. I don't want to do any of these things. I want to rest. I found a safe place. Isn't that a miracle? Because the first, 2 times I've played through this, every time I've tried to rest in a town so I could rest in a safe place, I end up getting ambushed by zombies. And it's not, if it was 1 or 2 zombies, okay, fine. But when it's 10 and 50, when it's 5 to 10, there's just nothing I can do. Alright, we don't want to go on the map. We want to show you guys what scavenging is like. So, let's start with the grocery store, because I'm going to need food. Coin tosses, everyone! I have no explanation for the chance of encounter here. None. So, there's no growls, but the chance of encounter is 52% if I take it. There's a 4% chance difference. I may as well take, the full 60 minutes. And see if we make it. Wow, that's a miracle. Usually I immediately get ambushed. But as you can see, it's entirely random chance. We'll take the 40% chance. No explanation why the chance more than doubles between searches. Apparently I made too much noise. Combat, everyone. Riveting stuff. 80% chance to hit. Oh, there's my chance to hit. 80% miss. Kill. Reload. Let's equip the shotgun. Just to try it out. It's the first time I've ever had one of these. Scavenge at the hospital. You know what? Let's go for it. I'm used to going into the combat, by the way, and losing horribly. It's incredibly hard to... Okay, How many shots does this thing fire? Now, as you can see, I have to direct my character to move, basically, through the zombies. Pause game. Manage group. Equip revolver. Unpause game. Move through zombies. I'm trying to order you to move. It doesn't always respond! And you basically kite. And it doesn't always respond. That's the biggest thing, is it just doesn't respond sometimes, and it doesn't tell you why. 2, 3. Shoot him. Can't interrupt the shooting action. Zombie doesn't manage to hit me for some reason that's not explained to me. Entirely random chance, everyone. I don't have a very high opinion of this game, can you tell? That's all I can carry. Sure, we'll scavenge the drugstore for 40 minutes. And this is what you do. Now, I have found that the game either goes from incredibly easy to incredibly hard at the drop of a hat. And there's nothing you can do about it. But, apparently I'm having some randomly good luck. And I just took a hit. Or did I? No, I'm taking a hunger penalty because I'm hungry. Sure, we'll scavenge the apartments. We'll spend a full 62 minutes. Rifle rounds, bottle of whiskey. Put the hammer on the ground and grab the whiskey. Why not? And then you move on to the next point. May as well visit somewhere new, right? Growls is basically the chance that you are randomly going to get ambushed by zombies. Now, zombie. Don't worry about the candle. Travel. Trait mechanic, Rick car to explode. Randomly have to fight infected. I'm just gonna flee because I'm running out of ammo. And 4 to 6 bullets is not something I want to spend right now. And this is what happens when you flee. You wind up just sitting around for an hour per zombie that was on the screen. Till you can do anything again. Oh yes, and if you're fleeing from a point, then you can't go back to that point unless you just want to get the infected again. In other words, you can't flee in a direction you want to go. And we are going to stop and eat. And we're just going to have to rest in a non-safe place. This is the gameplay, everyone. Riveting stuff, isn't it? Let me move this so you can actually see my character. Going to see this, so think carefully. Sure, I'll agree to be interviewed. What advice would you give advisors who are stuck in a rut and need help getting out of the spiraling depression this world can induce? Answer sarcastically. Don't answer you are capable of that subtlety insults them. Interviewers for the most part entertain and reward you for participating. They give me 4 shotgun shells. Yay, I have shotgun shells. Equip the old shotgun. Reload the old shotgun. I don't know how many rounds are in the old shotgun. Head to Chloe's apartment. Enter apartment stealthily. I can be diplomatic or I can shoot him. The man seems too unstable to be reasonable. Shoot him and save yourself the trouble. Search the bedroom, find a shell, corpse laid on the door. It's secured by. Oh no, that's no mistaking it. Poor Chloe, you're going to have to find whoever murdered your wife and completely destroy them. Enraged, you walk out of the room. There's no sign of Tom, but by searching the apartment further, you find a note scribbled on a torn sheet of paper, signed by Zach, your ex, ex's bastard of a boyfriend. Read note. Warren, as you're always late, I'm taking off out of this crazy place and going to my cabin. You know the place. I'm stuck with your stupid kid right now, but I figure we can use him to sneak into places and steal shit. If he dies, he dies. Anyway, don't waste time. You know where to find me. That's just douchey. Seems better when I go that Tom wasn't left to die with his mother. It's clear that Zach doesn't care about him the way you do. You know all about the cabin, Zach, considering it used to be yours before it was the divorce. You remember Tom complaining about how dirty it was when he was taken there by his mother last summer. The fact that Zach isn't taking care of the place pisses you off. Head to the cabin denoted in Zone 3. So my next objective is here. And for right now, in order to get to the next zone, I have to get there. Keep walking. A small silver car drives up over the hill from behind. It's coming in your direction. It seems to be going decent speed. Maybe you can flag it down. Flag it down. Greg. Car doesn't stop. Greg moves out of the way. Just time. Car continues off without a care in the world. Random. Alright, we can go to the city and potentially scavenge more stuff that we might need. And have a safe place to rest when our fatigue bar gets all the way up. Now the growls just go through the roof, and oh look. Let's spray. I don't know how much ammo is actually in the gun. Rope. Looks strong enough to immobilize someone. My inventory's full according to this. Apparently, a person can carry 2 guns, a bandage, a small vial, a flashlight, and a bottle of whiskey. I would hate, honestly, to know what size backpack you're using that can only carry that. Almost got ambushed again. Sure, we'll search the police station. Hold on, before we do that, I want to switch to the revolver and reload it. Shotgun shells, pistol bullets, okay. Semi-automatic pistol. Reload the semi-automatic pistol, please. Thank you. See, this is the first time this has actually gone decently well. Usually, I just get murdered. Huh. I mean, that's just literally how it goes most of the times. I just get murdered. They also generally show up from behind, not in front. Wish I had a rifle. Rifle bullets and 2 food rations. Drugstore. Sure. We'll do a full search of it, even though I'm running out of ammunition. Dumb luck. Who knew? Rest. Assuming I can find a safe place to rest. Oh, really? I don't have the bullets for this. At some point, and you randomly lose stuff. Let's try this again. I don't know what benefit the flashlight was even giving me other than there was a light on the screen. This is what we're doing. Like, this is the game. FTL had a theme to it. And you actually had significantly more control over what happened and how it happened. You didn't necessarily have control over how it played out. but you had significantly more control over how it played. And what you did felt like it was important and mattered. Here, a lot of it just feels kind of there. The characters are kind of here, but at the same time, I'm supposed to have a group of people. Every single screenshot I've seen has more than one person, and I still don't have. I still only have one person. We'll take some pistol bullets and some shotgun shells. Stop trading. Thank you. I should have traded more. My bad. I can't tell how much food I actually have. I know I had freaking 17 food. If I'd known that, I would have traded more, but I couldn't tell how much I had. There's a lot of missing UI stuff here to me. How many bullets are currently in my gun? I don't know. You decided to stop and be one of the small fortified communities. Walking, you saw standing up a wooden crate tied to the pole. Then you notice. Ask the sheriff. The sheriff. Hey, Jackie. Calls a few stairs. You ignore them. What do you want? You tell her you want Elliot. Take him then. I don't care. Leave me alone. Amazingly, she manages to fall back asleep in sex. Clearly, she's had too many drinks. Meet me outside. Okay. Leave the town hanging out until you spot Elliot. Climb over the fortifications. Landing deftly on his feet, he waves over to you. Seriously, thanks again for saving me. I know we just met, but would you mind taking long? I get the suspicion Jackie is trying to castrate me when she finds out I'm gone. Sure. I now have Elliot. Now, to trade stuff between characters. This was the most convoluted thing I've ever seen. You have to drop it on the ground and then hand it over to him. He's a shotgun expert. He doesn't know how to use a rifle. He's a mechanic and a good liar. I am a pistol expert, shotgun intermediate, and rifle intermediate. I have no choice but to rest because I am getting really fatigued. And then I'm going to eat when I wake up, and we're going to start moving. Waking up soon. Hashtag. Okay, let's move. It's okay for the most part. My biggest complaint is the RNG rate is just off the wall. And the lack of UI information here. The leaves crunch around certain. You walk forward. You crunch the leaves again, this time covered by loud footsteps before you can turn. You feel one bump into you and run down the road. She stumbles a few steps and eventually trips, dropping a few rations of food. She quickly gets up and runs off to avoid confrontation, leaving the floor. She's already too far away for you to react. Okay. How odd. You take a moment to pause. You notice the backpack lying on the road. Nobody's seen, so you decide to grab it. We got shotgun shells! And I have a flashlight again, and Elliot has a rope. So this is the first time I've been playing through this game that I haven't immediately just been massacred. Which tells you the results of my playthroughs so far. I have attempted 4 separate playthroughs. And as I said, all 4 times were disastrous, to say the least. After a long walk, you see a man and woman each struggling with an infected that they have grappled with, moving in around too much to aim reliably, and you're going to have to save one of, and you only have time to save one of them if you use melee. Try to save them both. With 2 resounding cracks, you completely miss the infected and hit the 2 survivors. Now the oh well, fuck you. You take a last look at both, feeling a bit guilty that your actions doomed them. Apparently, as a pistol expert, I can't manage to hit at least one of the zombies. Instant problem. Just one infected, I'm just going to fire pistol bullets at it. Of course, I'm missing like all hell. I camcorder. We're gonna have to rest here. At least for a little bit. Not quite sure how this growl meter is affected or how to control it. And you see he's moving toward the cabin. Approach the man. Mind the man to see what he's doing, but you make too much noise. You know, if you're trying to sneak up on me, you gotta do better. The man keeps walking towards the cat. I've been hunting out here for a few years. Heard you walking behind me for the last few minutes. What can I help you with? You want some deer? Sure. I'll give you 5 rifle bullets. Thanks. Hey, have a meal, everybody. Head to the city. Why not? We've got 36 rifle bullets, but we have no rifle for which to use them. That seems weird to me. I hope I'm not the only one. Let's find a safe place to rest. Of course. And I do not have the ammunition for which I wish to fight them over this. And so for the next few hours, I need to rest before I go. I know, I need to rest. Found a safe place to rest. So now we sit here. Riveting gameplay, folks. I'll give it this. The ambiance is rather good. The music isn't half bad. But at the end of the day, you spend long periods where you just don't give any input. You kind of twiddle your thumbs, and everything is pretty random in terms of chance, so with no real explanation. Oh look, they're behind us. No, I don't want to shoot Elliot. I want to move Elliot. I want to point out how ridiculous that is, that I literally just shot at him like 5 or 6 times. Reload. Elliot. Fire spray. Yay, lots of shotgun shells. And a frying pan. If the frying pan is any real use to me, I'm going to run out of pistol bullets here soon, but Elliot has plenty of rounds for the old shotgun. Let's scavenge from the apartments and see if we can find some pistol rounds, or a rifle. We do find some pistol bullets, that's good news. And Elliot gets a pipe. Let's scavenge from the hospital now. I find that even if you take the low percentage chance... Oh, shit. There we go. It's not going terrible. I'm going to have to risk the encounter. I need pistol bullets. I hope that we don't actually get an encounter, but, you know, it's a coin flip that's not in my favor. We get rations and antibiotics. Could scavenge the grocery store, but I don't need to. We need to move. Hopefully at the next town we can grab some ammunition. This is the other silly part to me. You're always in the location on the screen where you last were. Keep walking for now. Later you hear Pakistan turns to see a tree that's about to fall over you. Dive out of the way and the tree crushes. Amazingly, it crushes most of the infected, saving you the trouble. That was randomly good luck. Not that I'm complaining about having good luck in this game. I think you guys have pretty much got the hint about what the game's about. I can honestly not say that I am as impressed with this as I would be with it, as I was with FTL. Ah, shit. We don't have ammo. At least none we can spare right now. So, we're too fatigued to fight. We need to rest. That's the game mechanic. We have to find a safe place to rest because we're in a city. We apparently can't just walk into some back alley and sleep. Like, you know, normal people would do during a zombie apocalypse would be to empty a dumpster. I know it's smelly, but at least it's safe. Semi-safe. Also, apparently things go worse during the rain for some reason. You would think that things would be easier during the rain because it would be harder to hear you. Rifle bullets, everyone. No pistol rounds. And of course, again, we can't carry anything else. A teddy bear is too much for us. You know what? I want the damn teddy bear. We're gonna leave the frying pan. Fuck it. You would also think that antibiotics we could just put in our pocket. I actually can't afford to stay here anymore. We need to move. So we're gonna move to the next city. At the next city, I'm calling it quits one way or another. I'm not doing an entire playthrough, even if this is potentially successful here. Because I've already been playing this game for 2 hours. I find it's way too random chance to warrant a lot of your time. Grocery store, sure. But you guys can see, I make a decision and then I wait for the results of the decision. FTL, there was a strategy, a concept of idea that you had to, that your decisions really, really, really meant something. And here, they're almost arbitrary. Do I do this? Do I do that? Why would I do... And the random chances aren't explained to me. It's just random. Go around through the forest. You may go through the forest, come stumbling through the trees just as you look back at the road. Well, okay then. Open fire. Reload. Shoot it. I am a terrible shot. I want to emphasize this to you. That is 4 highway hash marks. 4 highway hash marks is a pretty goddamn short distance to hit something with a shotgun. Much less miss. when you were standing very calmly there aiming your weapon, it should be fairly easy to hit that. At least I would think. Pistol expert, everyone. 5 feet misses the target. But he's a pistol expert. I get it's for a game mechanic, but your game mechanic needs to make sense. Carefully walk towards them. I'll give you 3 food rations, thanks. He gives me a shitload of pistol ammo. I could have used that earlier. Now I'm low on shotgun rounds. I'm just saying. No, we'll stop while the growls are low and rest. Because that makes sense. This is the furthest I've made it in this game in 2 hours. Actually, we're on the 3rd hour now. Technically, I've been playing this game for, holy shit, 35 minutes. What the hell? We've been sitting here playing this for 35 minutes? Can I honestly say I'm having a lot of fun? No, the game almost plays itself. Moving ahead of you, drop by the side of the road, hidden from view, you peek out, and while your instincts were correct, what you find was not what you were expecting. An ungainly man dressed in priest garb is stumbling down the road in your direction. Wave to the priest to get his attention. I will accept your blessing. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. This small box is light with assortment of rounds. Good luck and have fun. Assortment of rounds, 15 rifle bullets. Game, are you just fucking with me now? I don't have a rifle. I haven't found a rifle in any of my playthroughs. I've died in most of them very easily. But here we are, walking along, singing a song, talking to all you lovely people. We got plenty of food, so eat, scavenge the police station. Sure, we'll take the chance. May as well, right? Scavenge the grocery store. Why not? We'll take the full chance. Now that I've got a shitload of pistol rounds and I've left the old revolver at some point. Plenty of food. I should be getting encounters here, right? Like 56% chance of an encounter, 60% chance of an encounter, 70% chance of an encounter. Just when I thought I was having good luck. Let's move everybody forward. I'm also not a big fan of Night of the Living Dead zombie. As you can see, we can just walk past them. Flashlight, perfume, and a hunting knife. Well... I want to keep the old shotgun for somebody. But I have another old double-barrel shotgun, so... strategically, it's not the most useful. Give out the bottle... actually, no, we're going to keep the bottle of whiskey. What do we have over here that we can get rid of? Apparently, I'm not getting hurt, so actually, we'll keep it. We'll get rid of the camcorder, and Elliot here will drop the bottle of whiskey so I can take it, and he will take another flashlight, so we have 2 of them now. Scavenge the hospital? It just appears to always be to your advantage just to take the full hour. Because you end up with stuff like this. Not getting noticed. And then there's other times where you just end up... I mean, I wish there was an explanation of why the encounter time would go up so much, or if there was any advice on how to reduce the encounter time. But there's not. It's just random encounter happens. You therefore randomly encounter zombies. And therefore have to deal with the repercussions of randomly encountering zombies. Now, I went through this entire town and didn't find a single shotgun shell. Okay, fair enough. I didn't find any new weapons either. Fair enough. Entirely random. I didn't want to rest. I wanted to leave. That's my bad. Flee. Hopefully we don't lose anything in my misclick. See the thing. No noise level, no growling, nothing, and you still get these huge encounter chances. Which I can't honestly say makes a lot of sense to me. I should have some influence or some way of decreasing my encounter chance. Walk very calmly away. Aim at the body. Turn around and shoot. Reload. I got a shotgun shell and I didn't use any. Yay. Fortified community for which to barter. What is CR? You must spend credits immediately. Okay, oh, so I can't walk out of here with these credits. 6, yeah, we'll send the final whiskey and take the semi-automatic shotgun. And, we will give you... or the semi-automatic pistol, excuse me. Cancel. I'll just trade that around later. 2 credits to buy a single shell? Is that a single shell or is that multiple shells? I don't know. I'll give you the old shotgun, and I wish to buy shotgun. Shells. Oh, that's a single shell. Ouch. But you know what I can do? I can trade you a shitload of rifle rounds for shotgun rounds directly and buy all your pistol bullets. And buy all your food. And take those antibiotics. I can't buy anything back, but I'm fine with that. Manage group. It's the first person I've run into who hasn't tried to kill me. You now have a pistol you're lugging around. Congratulations, you have a backup weapon. I don't think there's a way to save this. I think... does it save? Main menu. Oh, it's just like FTL. Okay. So, what do I think of it? Well, it copies a lot of things from FTL, but I don't think it copies the best things. And I will explain that after we go to the Steam page, for which we will take a look at this particular game. This has been a long review. That's because the game is incredibly slow. We have been playing this for 43 minutes. The world is crumbling and the dead are roaming, but a glimmer of hope remains, a safe place where humanity can start over, protected from this hell the world has become. This is your destination. Along the way, you'll meet allies, defeat foes, battle the infected, manage your resources, and make the very tough decisions necessary to survive survival of a group. In this march of salvation, your choices matter. March Living is a survival roguelike-like. It's just roguelike, seriously. Inspired by FTL and popular zombie fiction. Manage up to 6 survivals, procedurally generated game world to play through, define your journey through hundreds of unique events, real-time combat with the possibility to pause at any time, trade your supplies as you needed, Scavenge for goods in cities. 4 starting characters to unlock. The music score is okay. It's not really great, and I wouldn't be putting that as your selling point. However, what do I have to say about it? It's boring. It's very easy to outmaneuver the zombies. It's very easy to randomly just have RNGesus say, nope, not today. And then you have insanely good runs. And there's no balance here. It's just, does RNG want to screw you right now? Is the question. There's no additional information about the decisions you make beyond you need to make a decision. I want some additional information here, like you would have an FTL, or you would have an idea about the results of your decision before you make them. You have no idea about the results of your decision before you make it. The game is very long and is permadeath and is punishing, and also has the concept that if in your group the character you started as dies, the whole thing is for naught and the rest of the group disperses. These other characters apparently don't matter. I have a problem with that. These other characters should matter. It says I played this for half an hour. No, I've actually played this for over 2 hours now. When I started this review, we were almost 2 hours in. Now I'm looking at, close to 3. I get trying to copy the FTL formula. But if you're going to copy the FTL formula, give me some direction and some control over these events. Give me some idea. In FTL, you could get sensors that would tell you, here's an idea of what's around you, and therefore you could make a strategic decision on what you did. In FTL, you weren't punished for running away. You were repeatedly punished for running away. You basically have to stand and fight or risk losing random gear. I've actually lost all of my weapons in one of the playthroughs. That's why it was so screwed up. The start of the playthrough, I lost the machete, and then I lost the pistol that was in my hand. I literally went, I have no weapon. My only choice now is to run away from all of my encounters until I find a weapon. I never found a weapon. Just flat out, if you don't have a weapon, you can't do it. You can't do anything. The rate at which you find survivors willing to join you seems entirely silly. And the random events are, well, super random. As far as having any roguelike or roguelite set up, decisions you made in the previous game just can have the potential to unlock new characters. Basically, to unlock new characters, by the way, you have to beat the game. Okay? No special quests. You basically beat the game to unlock those characters. And there's only 4. There are a hell of a lot more characters in these screenshots that are playing through right now than 4. Why are there only 4 characters I can play through as? Why can't I start the game with more than just me if I've played through it before? Why can't I start the game with some other weapons besides what the default that they come with are? Why is a pistol expert unable to hit a target at 15 feet? These are questions I have to ask. The answers are RNG and reasons. There's a lot more they could do with this game. I am disappointed. There are long periods where you just sit there doing nothing. You're just staring at a screen. You guys saw that. I literally was just sitting here staring at a screen. I've edited out huge portions of this review because I was sitting here staring at a screen. I had some decent high hopes for this game from the screenshots and from the description, and then it turns out I shouldn't have. FTL is a much better game. FTL is much more, and it seems like you copied most of FTL to get this game and then forgot to copy some of the better bits, and then you made it so RNG heavy that it's literally RNG the zombie game. It's entirely random to the point of absolute frustration. Because I started this review frustrated. I've been playing this for 2 hours. And had died within the first couple of encounters every single time. Because I either couldn't hit a target, or because I was constantly just having to run away until I died. I literally died of hunger. I literally died of hunger in one of the 2 playthroughs. And then in this playthrough, it appears as though I have the God playthrough. You can't have your RNG be that random. That's a coin toss. This is one of the biggest gripes I hear from players of games like World of Tanks, where they're like, artillery's a complete coin toss. Either it completely misses you or it one-shots you. That's not okay. And this is not okay. Make it less random. FTL wasn't this entirely random and did not have this much screw you about it. Plus, you could get some idea of what you were going into at certain points of the game with certain upgrades. You can't get that here. It's entirely like, do you go to this point, or do you go to this point, or do you go to this city? Those are your options. And then your searching is entirely randomized if you have an encounter or not, and you guys saw it all. I don't need to harp on this. What do I give this game in terms of a score? 2.5 out of 5. You made a functional game. It's a very heavy copy of FTL, but you copied all the stuff that players might complain about that makes the game a little frustrating, and then didn't copy the stuff that was good, that allowed the player more control than just rolling the dice. My highest chance to hit is 80%. At someone who's literally from me to my bedroom door. That's less than 4 feet, and that's my highest chance to hit. I'm telling you right now, if I had a pistol, I could hit that 100% of the time. No questions asked. But I also can't respect the Night of the Living Dead style zombie, personally. I get some people can, and some people might find enjoyment out of a game this frustrating. But you need some serious rework of your number figures, and you need to be able to give a player an idea of what's going to happen, because the same decision with the same encounter has an entirely different result. And that's not okay if I have no idea that can be one of the results. So I get you want to throw the players for loops and stuff, but if you're going to throw me for a loop, at least make a system that doesn't just punish me over and over again, and that's what I constantly experienced with this game. Rage factor 4 out of 5. I'm still pissed off. Like, I have played through this game now. I've attempted to play through this game 3 times now. I'm still pissed. This has been a waste of 3 hours of my time, I feel like. And I already have FTL. I don't need a zombie version of FTL with the really good things about FTL that give me control and give me intelligent decision making taken out of my FTL. I don't need that. And that's the truth. You've made everything random instead of there being an intelligent decision process behind what I'm doing. And I can't deal with that. And this is coming from someone who has played through FTL with every single ship in the game. I have every single ship. I have completed everything in FTL. And this is coming from someone with that type of background telling you right now, I cannot endorse this as an FTL-like game. That's what I have to say about it. That's this brutally honest review. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm at the convention right now when this comes out. But if you found this review helpful, liked it, or disliked it, I don't really mind whichever one you want to hit. If you wouldn't mind hitting either one, that would be awesome. If you'd like to see more stuff by me, Fiaura, you can subscribe. There's a big red button. It's right there. Go ahead. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon, or you can check out the sponsor at the end of the video. Lastly, here's the previous brutally honest review. Go check it out. It's Kick-Ass Commandos. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed this, I'll say that. And it's in early access still. In the meantime, from my house to yours, this is Fiaura, signing out for right now. Bye-bye, everyone! Apparently nothing stops his shots. And as you can see, the enemies take varying amounts of damage. Ow. Ow. Quit hitting me. The tent is, of course, an enemy generator, and when you combine multiple power-ups, you get, well, interesting effects, such as machine gun grenade launcher. Yep, they're dead. Now you can't combine... Only the yellow ones can combine with weapon power-ups. Otherwise, you just pick up a new weapon. Ow. Ow. Ah. Quit it! Now save to rescue